Welcome back to Mac Talks of Football. And Manchester City have humiliated Liverpool at the Etihad, winning their FA Cup quarter-final 4-0. Erling Haaland with a hat-trick. Semenyo scores the fourth goal. So let's go ahead and talk about this game. I mean, it was there's no other way apart from the word humiliation. That's what it was. The game started really well for the first half hour. It was quite an end-to-end stuff. Both the teams created chances but were not able to finish off their chances. Hugo Ekitike had a big chance where he shot over the crossbar. Mohamed Salah should have scored early on in the first 10 minutes. I think that was Liverpool's biggest chance, but they missed out on that, and that came back to bite them. There was a big penalty goal early on for Manchester City. Whether that penalty should have been given, it's a question, but the referee decided not to give. But later on, Manchester City get a penalty. Virgil van Dijk, a horrible tackle. I mean, what he was thinking making that tackle there, I have no idea. But Manchester City get their penalty. Up steps Erling Haaland, completely beats the goalkeeper. Mashnad Ali had no idea where the ball was, and it becomes 1-0 to Manchester City. And the moment that first goal went in, it just felt like Liverpool died. The players basically, it felt like they gave up, like they thought the game is done and dusted. And the game was done and dusted. Few minutes later, a great play on that right hand side between Shirky and Semenyo, and a great cross from Semenyo, and that run from Erling Haaland and that header from Erling Haaland. Again, it just shows how much of a great goal scorer he is, how much of a threat he is right at the top of at the top. Amazing header. Ibrahim Konate tried to run with him, but he had no chance of stopping him, and Erling Haaland goes ahead and scores that goal. The goalkeeper, again, nothing he could do, just standing, stood rooted to the spot, and Erling Haaland scores a double. It becomes 2-0. We go into the halftime at 2-0, and you're thinking maybe there's something that Liverpool could do when they come back in the second half. But unfortunately for them, nothing like that happens. Manchester City come back after the second half, and they were even better than they were better than they were in the first half. And they were the football that they played for the first 15 minutes of that second half, I personally think, is the best that they have played all season. Shirky, Semenyo, Silva, Haaland, all of them were so involved, especially Ryan Shirky. Again, he did not score a goal in this game, or he did not create an assist or anything, but he was phenomenal in my opinion. And the third goal, again, Semenyo gets the ball on that left hand side, calls it in. It becomes 3-0, and that was game done and dusted. Just 5 minutes into the second half, and Manchester City go 3-0 up. And as I say, Liverpool, after that first goal, they never really came back, and it kept on getting worse and worse for them. Salah had a great chance where, if Salah was on form again, he would have easily called it in, but he shoots right over the over the top of the crossbar, and it remains 3-0. And Manchester City come back again. Salah's misses were all over the places, and Manchester City get a great chance again. A great cross from on the left hand side from Nico O'Reilly, great cutback, and Erling Haaland is there to make it for hat-trick for Erling Haaland, scoring at the big stages, scoring when it matters in a big match. Of course, Manchester City are still going for the title, but realistically, this is there's a big chance that they would want to do a cup double. They already won the Carabao Cup, so FA Cup is the another target for them, and it becomes a 4-0. And to be very honest with you, Manchester City took Manchester City, took the gas off their pedal, and it felt like they hit the brakes. After that, they really did not want to stretch the game out. They just were happy with the position. They let Liverpool have the ball and try to see if they are able to do anything. And unfortunately for Liverpool, if I'm being very honest with you, they really did not do anything. Even though they had a lot of the ball, they got a penalty, and I think that penalty, the way that Salah, the way that Liverpool got it, the way that Salah stepped up, and the way he took it, that just defined Mohamed Salah this season. They defined Mohamed Salah today, and defined Liverpool this season, and defined Liverpool today as well. It was, in my opinion, quite a bad penalty, very close to the goalkeeper. I cannot take anything away from James Trafford. He had to make a big save in a important moment, and he stood up, and he made the save, and he made sure that Manchester City don't lose the 4-goal lead, and Liverpool don't score, and it is a clean sheet. shit. And I want to give credit to James Trafford here. He came in, he wanted to be the number one. Then they bring in Donnarumma, and he has not been able to play. But whenever he has played, he has showed why. It was thought. What the thought process was from Manchester City to bring him in. He was amazing in that Carabao Cup final against us. Against Arsenal, and again today his performance against Liverpool, whenever it was needed, he brought out a great save. When from Salah again, before the penalty, a big chance from Salah, but Trafford was amazing in that save as well. And then the penalty situation comes up, and he saves that penalty as well. The score remains 4-0, and then it was basically, let's be very honest, just passing the time for Manchester City, and that they did quite convincingly. Liverpool had a lot of the ball, but they were not really able to do anything with it. They really did not create that many chances, and if I'm being very honest with you, it is Manchester City, who would be, if I'm being honest, who would be the one who would be that quite sad that they did not score more goals, because they had a lot of chances. They created a good amount of chances. I mean, they were Shirky, Semenyo, all of these players, they could have, in my opinion, Shirky could have a brace. Semenyo could have had another as well. This game could have been even far worse for Liverpool, but it ended 4-0, and Manchester City qualify for the next round, and Liverpool are out of the FA Cup, and the season for them keeps on getting worse and worse. I mean, in my opinion, Salah is leaving. The way Van Dijk is playing, I think his time is coming up as well. But the big question now, it has to be Arne Slot. I mean, the players, it doesn't look like they are playing for him. The way they are playing, they were so lazy that the moment that first goal went in, it like Liverpool players like, okay, we don't care. The entirety of that game, and in the last 10-15 minutes they had a lot of the ball, as they said, but nothing was created. He keeps on saying, Honest though, that I'm gonna be here, I'm thinking about the future and whatnot, but I really think he needs to go. The team is not responding to him. Majority of the fans don't like him, and the football that Liverpool are playing is nothing what we have seen Liverpool play for the last 5-6 years under Klopp, and even last year. And I said last year as well that he is lucky that Klopp left, and he has given him a great score. He basically prepared the meal for Arne Slot, and he just had to eat it, and he did it. But this year, when he himself had to prepare the meal, he has basically destroyed the party, destroyed the buffet, and he's not been able to do anything. And it shows in a majority of the big games, the way they play, the way they set up. I think it is quite bad, and nothing is working out for them. They have their Champions League quarter final against the PSG, and I think it's going to be humbling for them in the Champions League as well. Pep Guardiola, again, the question whether he's going to stay or not, that's another thing. But he would be very, very happy, the way the Manchester City played. And as an Arsenal fan, the way that they play today, it is a bit concerning that they are again hitting form at the right time. But I still think the Premier League title, in my opinion, is too far gone for them. I think that 9-point lead is quite big for Arsenal to drop. I'm really confident as an Arsenal fan. But again, this is Manchester City we are talking about, and the way that they play today, I think it's going to be an interesting run in for the title. But for today, Manchester City qualify, Liverpool are out. And that's it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 600 subscribers before the end of the season, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.